Hi everyone, I am Sharlene Habermeyer. I'm the owner and creator of Good Parenting, Brighter Children. I have a favor to ask you. I have been blogging for the last 9 months and now I'm working on trying to build my email list. So let's make a deal. Your email for my recipes. Actually, after you click off of this, there'll be a link for you, and there's a link that you can hand out to your friends. You sign up with your email, then send the link to 3 of your friends or more, and they send their emails back to us, and you're in the system, and once all these emails are verified that they're not spam, then I send you my recipes. Actually, it's going to be 4 recipes. I'm going to tell you about them in just a minute. Now, some of you may say, well, we've already signed up for your email list. Well, just to go through this funnel, please go through the gyrations of giving me your email. You will not be getting 2 emails from me of the same thing because the system will knock out one of the emails. You don't have to worry about that. But it's just part of the funnel that you have to go through. Now let me tell you about the recipes. First of all, if you read my blog this week, I give a fabulous salad recipe. This is actually original. Every year when our kids were young, and even when they got to be teenagers, we grew a garden every year, and I kept having more and more vegetables of trying to think of different things to do with them, and so I created that salad, and you can read all about it on my blog. It has 6 simple ingredients. So let me tell you a little bit about the recipes you'll get. First of all is a chicken crepe recipe. This one has been in my family for over 50 years, in fact probably longer. My mother started teaching my sisters and I how to make it, and I was about 13 years old. All it takes is a simple pan. You don't need a fancy crepe pan or anything. A simple small fry pan will do to make the crepes. If that seems too laborious to you, then you can go out and actually buy your crepes. Then the recipe gives you the filling and the topping. Now this is a chicken crepe recipe, and so I also have included the perfect way to poach chicken. And there's actually a perfect way so that you don't end up with a rubbery chicken mess. So I've also included that. The second recipe is a recipe that my sister developed. It's a green salad, and it's amazing and it's delicious. And all the measurements are given, even though that a lot of people when they do recipes, they throw a little bit of this and a little bit of that in. Well, I went through with her and got all the measurements. Now, the reason that I've included this recipe is because as I was looking over the ingredients, I thought to myself, oh my goodness, all of these things are amazing for the skin. I taught college for 10 years. I taught physiology, particularly physiology of the skin. So I know about what's good for the skin and what is not good for the skin. And every ingredient in that salad is beneficial for the skin. So I've included not only the recipe, but also all of the different ingredients and what they contain that is particularly good for your skin. The third recipe is a recipe that I was given when I was 12 years old, and it's pineapple apricot cheesecake bars. Now, they're not gorgeous and beautiful to look at, but they are incredible. I've made these both at high elevation and at sea level. They turn out exactly the same. It's more of a soft bar. It doesn't harden up because you have this cheesecake filling in with it. What I really like about this recipe is the crust. A lot of times when you're making crust, they're just simple and straightforward, but this one calls for chopped walnuts that you grind pretty finely, and it gives a really nice crunch to this bar. The last recipe is a homemade strawberry ice cream, and there's only 3 simple ingredients. In fact, you can put this whole thing together in less than 10 minutes, and it can be ready for your ice cream freezer. So why homemade ice cream? Well, let me tell you a little bit about store-bought ice cream. Years ago, the government passed a law saying that ice cream manufacturers did not have to include the ingredients of what they put into that carton. The reason being is that there were so many ingredients that there wouldn't be room enough on the carton for all the ingredients. If you look to see just how many ingredients are included just in strawberry topping, the list is a mile long, and it's usually about a 1-size font. So the government says, okay, you don't have to put the ingredients in. Most ice cream manufacturers will put like eggs, milk, and cream, but there's a lot more to it. And one of the reasons that you can understand this is when you take out an ice cream carton and you can immediately scoop it, there's no problem because that's different synthetics and chemicals that they put into the ice cream so that you can do that. With homemade ice cream, you usually have to leave it out on the counter for about 15 minutes before you can get the scoop in there to be able to scoop out a dish of ice cream. I've included 6 very dangerous chemicals that are included in synthetic ice cream, but there's a ton more that I could have included. And it will give you a little bit of an understanding of just how many synthetics there are in store-bought ice cream. I usually keep at least 2 different kinds of homemade ice cream in my freezer at all times for people who stop by or for my family, my kids, my grandkids. And it's very simple and easy to make. Plus it's nutritious and it's good for them. Now there's one other thing that I thought about for quite a while around summertime. You see the proverbial lemonade stand. And they're on just about every corner, and I think it's wonderful for children to have these lemonade stands. But why not be a little bit more creative? Instead of doing the lemonade stand or the cookie stand, do a homemade ice cream stand. Get your kids to help you make the ice cream, the whole process from beginning to end, which is pretty simple. Charge a couple of dollars or so a scoop of ice cream, and I can guarantee you if you use this recipe, your child will be the most popular child on the block. Plus, you're teaching them some of the basic steps of early entrepreneurship. So those are the 4 recipes. They come like this. They're all downloadable with a picture, extra instructions, all kinds of things that you'll need. So once again, please help me to build my email list, and in return, you get these 4 phenomenal recipes. Thank you, and see you on the other side.